Let's improve your English speaking with a fun story. Our lesson has 4 parts. Number 1, comic story. Number 2, speaking exercise. Number 3, listening comprehension quiz. Number 4, vocabulary exercise. Let's get started.
In a beautiful green forest where the trees grew tall and the flowers bloomed in every color, there lived many different animals. They all shared the forest and lived together in peace. This is where our story begins. Among the animals, there was a very special rabbit named Billy. Billy wasn't just any rabbit. He was known throughout the forest for his kindness and wisdom.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day in our forest. Does anyone need any help today?
The other animals loved Billy. He was always ready to lend a helping hand or give good advice. In another part of the forest lived a fox named Tommy. Tommy was different from Billy. He was always thinking about how to get more for himself, even if it meant others had less.
I wish I had more food, more shiny things, more of everything. Why should I share when I could have it all?
One day, Tommy heard a rumor that made his eyes light up with excitement.
What's that? A hidden treasure in our forest? I must find it. And when I do, it'll all be mine.
Tommy knew he couldn't find the treasure alone. He needed help, but he didn't want to share. Then he had an idea.
I know. I'll trick that kind rabbit, Billy. He's always helping everyone. He'll help me for sure.
Tommy ran to find Billy. When he saw the rabbit, he put on his saddest face.
Oh, Billy, I'm in such trouble. My family is so hungry, and I can't find enough food. Can you help me?
Oh no, Tommy, that's terrible. Of course I'll help you. What can I do?
I heard there might be a lot of food hidden in a secret place in the forest. If we find it, I can feed my family for a long time.
That sounds wonderful, Tommy. Let's go look for it together.
And so, Billy and Tommy set off into the forest. They looked high and low, in hollow trees and behind big rocks. Billy worked very hard to help his friend.
Keep looking, Tommy. We'll find that food for your family soon.
Yes, yes. Let's keep looking. It must be around here somewhere.
After searching for hours, they finally found something exciting. Behind a big, old tree, they saw a small opening in the ground.
Look, Tommy, I think I see something shiny down there.
Let me see. Let me see.
They carefully made the hole bigger and looked inside. To their amazement, they found a chest full of shiny stones and other valuable things.
Wow! This isn't food, but it's a real treasure. We can sell these shiny stones and buy lots of food for all the animals in the forest.
But Tommy's eyes were filled with greed. He had forgotten all about his made-up story about his hungry family.
Silly rabbit. There's no hungry family. I tricked you. This treasure is all mine now.
Tommy, how could you? That's not right.
Tommy tried to grab the chest, but it was too heavy for him to carry alone.
Ugh, it's too heavy. Billy, you have to help me carry it to my den.
No, Tommy. I won't help you steal from our forest friends.
Billy was disappointed in Tommy, but he was also very wise. He knew he had to teach Tommy a lesson about greed and sharing.
I have an idea that might help Tommy understand.
Billy pretended to agree to help Tommy.
Okay, Tommy, if it means that much to you, I'll help you carry the chest, but it's really heavy. We'll need to use a strong vine to drag it.
Yes, yes. Whatever you say. Just hurry.
Billy found a long, strong vine. He tied one end to the chest and gave the other end to Tommy.
Here, Tommy, you pull from the front and I'll push from behind. but we need to go through that narrow path between the big rocks.
Fine, fine. Let's go already.
As they moved along the narrow path, Billy quietly untied the vine from the chest. Tommy was pulling so hard and was so focused on the treasure that he didn't notice.
Ugh. Why is this so hard to pull?
Suddenly, Tommy reached the end of the narrow path. With one last big pull, he tumbled out into an open area, but the chest wasn't behind him.
What? Where's the treasure? Billy, what happened?
Tommy turned around to see Billy standing there, with all their forest friends behind him. They had all seen what Tommy had tried to do.
Tommy, look around you. What do you see?
I see all our friends, and they look disappointed in me.
That's right. When you only think about yourself, you end up with nothing and no friends. But when you share and help others, you have something much more valuable than treasure. You have friendship and trust.
Tommy looked at all the faces around him. He realized that Billy was right. He felt very ashamed of what he had done.
I'm so sorry, everyone. Especially you, Billy. I was greedy and I lied. Can you all forgive me?
Of course we forgive you, Tommy. That's what friends do. But remember this lesson.
All the animals agreed to forgive Tommy. Together, they went back to get the treasure chest.
Now, let's all decide together how to use this treasure to help our whole forest community.
That's a great idea. Maybe we can buy seeds to plant more food for everyone, or get materials to build better homes.
And so, the animals of the forest worked together to use the treasure wisely. They bought seeds and tools, and soon the forest was even more beautiful and full of food than before. Tommy learned an important lesson about the value of honesty and sharing. From that day on, he became one of the most helpful animals in the forest, always ready to lend a hand or a paw to his friends.
Billy, thank you for teaching me that having good friends is the real treasure.
You're welcome, Tommy. Remember, when we share and help each other, we all become richer in the things that really matter.
And so, the forest remained a happy place where all the animals lived together in harmony, sharing and caring for one another. The end.
Get ready to dive deeper into our comic story and test how well you understood what you heard. This quiz will help boost your listening skills and prepare you for real-world English conversations. Let's have some conversations. Think about what the animals in our story would say. Can you choose the best way to talk to others? Let's get started. Number 1. You're Billy the Rabbit, and you see Tommy the Fox looking sad. How do you start the conversation? A. Hey, Foxy, why the long face? B. You look upset. Want to talk about it? C. Cheer up or leave the forest. D. I bet you're planning another trick. If you picked B, you're spot on. This friendly and caring approach is just like Billy. It shows you're ready to listen and help, which is the first step to building trust in the forest community. Number 2, you're Tommy the Fox, and you want to apologize to the other animals. What do you say? A. Sorry, I guess. Can we forget about it now? B. It's not my fault you all fell for my trick. C. I'm truly sorry for my actions. I've learned that friendship is more valuable than any treasure. Can you forgive me? D. Let's just pretend nothing happened, okay? Great! If you said C, you nailed it. This sincere apology shows that Tommy has really learned his lesson. It's not easy to admit when we're wrong, but it's the best way to make things right. Number 3, you're Oliver the Owl, and you need to explain the importance of sharing to the younger animals. What do you say? A. Share or else you'll be punished. B. Sharing is caring, little ones. When we share, we all have enough and can enjoy things together. C. Don't share. Keep everything for yourself. D. Sharing is only for weak animals. The correct answer is B. Oliver the wise owl knows that explaining things kindly helps others understand better. This answer shows why sharing is important in a way that young animals can understand. Number 4, you're Squirrel, and you found some extra acorns. How do you tell your friends? A. I found more acorns. Who wants to help me count them? and share them fairly. B. I found acorns, but they're all mine. C. There are more acorns, but only smart animals can have them. D. Extra acorns? What extra acorns? I didn't see any. If you chose A, you're right on track. This enthusiastic response shows a willingness to share and work together, just like our forest friends learned to do. It's a great way to strengthen friendships. Number 5. You're Rabbit's child, and you see Tommy the fox looking lonely. What do you say to him? A. Stay away from us. We don't trust foxes. B. Hey, Tommy, would you like to play hide and seek with us? C. If you give me your food, I might let you play with us. D. You can play, but only if you do all the hard work. If you said B, you nailed it. This friendly invitation shows that you're willing to give Tommy a chance, just like the animals did at the end of our story. It's a great way to help someone feel included. Remember, effective listening is key to becoming a confident English speaker. So perk up those ears and let's begin. Quick tips. Listen carefully to each question. Pay attention to details in the story. Don't worry if you miss something. You can always improve next time. Number 6. What did Tommy initially tell Billy he needed help with? A. Finding shiny objects. B. Building a new den. C. Planting new trees. D. Finding food for his hungry family. The correct answer is D. Tommy said he needed food for his hungry family. Pretty sneaky of him, right? This is what kicked off the whole adventure. Number 7. What did Billy and Tommy actually find in the forest? A. A basket of food. B. A chest full of shiny stones and valuable things. C. A map to another forest. D. A magic wand. If you picked B, a chest full of shiny stones and valuable things, you nailed it. Our furry friends stumbled upon a real treasure trove. Number 8. How did Billy teach Tommy a lesson? A. By scolding him. B. By taking the treasure for himself. C. By tricking Tommy with the vine and the chest. D. by telling the other animals about Tommy's plan. C is correct. Billy tricked Tommy with the vine and the chest. Pretty clever of Billy, don't you think? Number 9. What did Tommy learn by the end of the story? A. That he should be sneakier next time. B. That Billy was his enemy. C. That the forest had no valuable things. D. That having good friends is the real treasure. Great! If you said D, that having good friends is the real treasure, you're spot on. Tommy learned that friendship is worth more than all the shiny stones in the forest. Number 10. How did the animals decide to use the treasure? A. They used it to help the whole forest community. B. They gave it all to Billy. C. They split it equally among themselves. D. They hid it again for future generations. If you picked A, using it to help the whole forest community, you nailed it. Our forest friends decided to use the treasure for everyone's benefit. Great job on the listening quiz. You've just given your ears a fantastic workout. Take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Which parts were easy? Which were challenging? Remember, every listening exercise makes your English ears a little sharper. Vocabulary quiz. Number 11. In the story, when Billy was disappointed in Tommy, it means he felt A. Very happy with Tommy. B. Excited about Tommy's actions. C. Sad or unhappy about Tommy's behavior. D. Scared of Tommy. Great. If you said C, sad or unhappy about Tommy's behavior, you're spot on. When someone is disappointed, they feel let down or sad about something. Number 12. The word greed in the context of the story refers to A. Generosity. B. Excessive desire for wealth or possessions. C. Friendship. D. Wisdom. The correct answer is B. Greed means wanting more than you need. Pretty naughty, right? Number 13. When Tommy felt ashamed, it means he felt A. Guilty or embarrassed about his actions. B. Excited. C. Happy. D. Proud. If you said A, guilty or embarrassed about his actions, you're right. When Tommy realized his mistake, he felt ashamed. Number 14. The phrase lend a hand in the story means A, to help or assist. B, to borrow someone's hand. C, to wave goodbye. D, to shake hands. A is correct. Lend a hand means to help or assist. Billy was always ready to lend a hand to his forest friends. Pretty kind of him, don't you think? Number 15. The word valuable in the story means A, very old. B, worth a lot or very useful. C, colorful. D, easy to find. If you picked B, worth a lot or very useful, you nailed it. Valuable things are important or useful. Remember, no matter your level, consistent practice is key to improving your English skills. Keep up the great work and don't hesitate to revisit these lessons to reinforce your learning. If you like stories about magical quests, talking animals, and learning important life lessons, you'll love The Golden Gorilla. One morning, Guru woke up from a strange dream.
Wow! What a dream! I saw a golden statue of a gorilla. It was shining so brightly. I think it was calling to me.